All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the season 76 IIHF Hall of Fame induction ceremony. We will be covering the classes of season 72 up until the most recent class of season 76 for the SHL IIHF. I am your host, Jert. I am still doing the events once in a while, and now you get to hear my French voice again. For the new users, I am co-head now of the events department, and I will start this by saying we're always looking for people interested in streaming, hosting events like that. This is one of our easiest ones, so if you see that and you say, this is something I could host, you're welcome to send myself or Mysterious Fish a DM, and we'll get right on with that with you. We also do the drafts, SHL, SMJHL awards. We're going to have the All-Star Games coming up soon. So if any of that is of interest to you, you don't necessarily need to know how to stream. Tonight we actually had a streamer interested but no host. I'm doing both. It's possible to do both at the same time if you know how to stream and you want to do the hosting, or if you're only interested in one of the two tasks, then reach out and we can build tag teams of 2 people or more. Anyways, let's get into it. We have 5 classes, 72, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, 5 classes for the Hall of Fame this season. So let's start with the first one, class of season 72. Before, here's a quick look at the committee and rules. So the members are Artie, Blix, Chocula, Dom, Mur or Hannah, and Sparky. So that is an understaffed committee versus their expected composition. So they have different way to weigh the ballots to get to the desired outcome, because it's 2 ballots, one for forwards, one for the end goalies, and members submit their 5 players for each, and the players are given points relative to the rankings, and they need a fixed amount of points to be included. So instead of lowering the amount of points needed to match to fit with the missing members, they have given more points, so 1 to 6, 10 to 6 points instead of 10 to 1, in decreasing order. No minimum or maximum of players to be inducted each season. It's just whoever gets the threshold of 35 points, and players are eligible for 10 seasons once they have played in their last IIHF tournament. So let's go with the season 72. We have a few people here. I'm not gonna read all these lists, but we have Joe Kurchiski, who had the most votes, not inducted for forwards, and Samuel Michaud for defense and goalie. We see a bunch of other names here that will come back later in those received votes but not inducted, or maybe in actual inductions. So yeah, we have a lot of names. I'm starting to recognize more of the names than I did when I was hosting the first few IIHF ceremonies than I did, because that those players have more overlap with my first real player I had. So yeah, Jockey, Robert Phelps, Nick Brain, Mikolina is an older player, Strongo Morgan, that's all players who played a lot in the 50s and 60s and then started being eligible for these S70 ceremonies in defense. Parker Smeb, McIntyre, Kavanagh is the first goalie we see on this list. So let's see who did make it, and hopefully for these names they will come back later, getting more votes in subsequent seasons. So for 72 we have first Luke Thomason. That's our user Luke, of course. Great career, 258 games played over a span of 20 seasons between 43 and 64. 186 points, 293 hits is interesting. 4 medals, never managed to win the gold medal with Czechia. So 2 silver medals and 2 bronze, which is still pretty good. And Luke had 2 first place votes, 1 third and 1 fifth place votes for that season. So Luke Thomason from Czechia is our first inductee of the evening. Next we have Jason Visser, who played a bit before that, has been known as one of the best. I think Luke's media had Visser as the best player in SHL history. I'd have to go check back on that, but he was definitely up there. Played for about 20 seasons too, between 31 and 50. Played 210 games and managed to get 174 points. That's those are 2 forwards, by the way. Didn't mention it for Luke, but 2 centers actually. And this one had the medals. Team USA had a very strong period there. 2 gold medals in the 30s, and then on 40 and 50. So all throughout Visser's career, and then 2 silver medals as well in the 40s. Was voted top forward for that first silver medal in season 45. And everyone had Visser on their ballot, I believe. First once, second twice, and fourth twice. No, there were 6 people, so still 1 person left Visser of the ballot, I believe, if my math is correct. Next up we have Ludwig Koch Schroeder. I'm not sure if my German is right on that name, but German defenseman, so first defenseman of the class to be inducted, 234 games and 152 points. Even more medals here, and 320 hits is fairly impressive as well. But yeah, the medals here, 3 times gold, 3 times silver. Germany definitely had a great period there in the 30s. Oh, that's not a great sentence to say out loud. Team Germany of the IIHF had a great period in the season 30s. Yeah. So 31, 32, 34, and 36 were medals for Germany, for Ludwig here. And then the latest came at the end of Schroeder's career, actually. 1 gold medal in 49 and the silver in 50. And one of those few seasons where he didn't get a medal in the 30s, he also got top defense in season 35, so really anchored that German defense during those years. And that is the end of that class. So 3 people inducted for season 72: Luke Thomason, Jason Visser, and Ludwig Koch Schroeder. And we will move on to the class of 73. A lot of names that we have seen for the last the season 72 class, but we see some of them are gone. So was it because it was their last season of eligibility, or are they inducted? Very short list for D and J, who didn't make it. Not J, G. Keep messing those up. Blame the French. So defense and goalies, very few people got votes, and not enough votes to get inducted. So let's go see if that's a big class for defense and goalie, or if there's just no one who was deserving at that point. So let's see. First we have Joe Kerchewski. So we saw Joe earlier. He is now into the Hall of Fame. He was the top point getter that didn't make it for the past round of voting. So we have a right winger here from Team USA, played a lot on those same years as Visser, and that's 268 games, 176 points, 356 hits, and a bunch of medals here. 6 gold medals. I believe that this is going to be the most gold medals out of everyone we are going to see today, and it would be hard to beat. So that's for Kerchewski. 6 gold medals: 31, 34, 40, 50, 51, and 53, with a bronze in 52. So 4 medals in a row there, including 3 bronze, and there were 2 silver medals in 45 and 48. So again, over the span of 20 seasons, and a bit more than that actually, really managed to fill the cabinet with medals. Next up we have Robert Phelps from Canada, center, played from 37 to 54. This, I believe, was Teddy. So another staple user of the SHL getting a player inducted tonight. 98 games, 170 points, and 5 medals: 2 gold, 1 silver, 2 bronze for Team Canada. Again, some medals earlier, 2 back-to-back, 38-39, and then later in the career, 15-54, and then a random silver there in the 40s. Well, not far away from the 38-39, so a bit of the same core there. Phelps was nearing his peak, I believe, in those seasons, but didn't get the best forward of that year either, but definitely was instrumental to that run. Next up we have Parker Smeb, defenseman from Japan, first Japanese player going into the Hall of Fame. Japan has been very strong at the end of the 50s and the start of the 60s, as we can see here, starting with a silver in 55. Smeb got top defense in 56 despite the team not winning a medal, and then in 59, 60 2 gold medals, and in 62 the bronze medals. So that was really the peak of the Japanese era. We had Namlet, we had this Mab, just doing a lot of work for Team Japan, and it paid off. Everyone had 6 votes here, so everyone had SMEB on their ballots for this one. Really obvious induction, I believe, for SMEB there, so congratulations. Another defense coming up to the Hall of Fame is Samuel Michaud, playing for Norway. 109 points in 252 games with 518 hits, 347 blocks. So really a defensive defenseman who still could get out some good assist numbers, and playing on a team that didn't have as much success maybe as Japan, still managed to get 4 medals there, 3 bronze and 3 in a row there, 65, 66 and 67 with the gold in 67. Michaud was a veteran at that point, veteran presence with younger blood coming into Norway in those seasons, but really got the gold and got the votes, 5 votes, including 3 in second place votes. Next, another Norway player who was part of those exact same medals, 1 gold, 3 bronze, same seasons. It's Killian Kavanagh, playing from season 54 to 70, so a bit younger than Michaud. 177 games out of 145, so that's just about half of the, well, just a bit above half actually. 11 shutouts, good save percentage, and same medals, and got a top goalie vote in season 61 when the team didn't actually win a medal, but Kavanagh got the top goalie vote there. So congratulations to that second Norway player, and that concludes the class of season 73. We will move on right away with season 74. We're starting to list the last season of eligibilities. Here we can see them in pink. Some big names like Bojo Biscuit. I'm sure people will appreciate me saying it in French. Bojo Biscuit is not going to be in the Hall of Fame, so that's interesting to see, because it's a very well-known name. We see a lot of names coming back again on received votes but not inducted. Michael Skarn, Tchaikovsky, Slothface, Brain, and we see some older players there. Flacco, Hamilton, also not going to make it for the forwards. We see some new names and goalies as well. Carpet, Catavilde, Vilde, Strom, Chamberlain. Those are players who retired later, so maybe they will make it in another class. For this class, we have a little animation there. Oh, so that's all the people who didn't get any points and were in their last season of eligibility. Spitfire was very close there with 30. No, that's the most points previously received. So Spitfire had come very close at some point and then didn't make it, and now doesn't have any points in their last season. So that's interesting to see. Some other big names: an Eto Kallio, Oli Okoivu. Lots of names we can recognize without being a history buff of the SHL. But let's see who made it for that season 74 class. We have Mikko Lina, a right winger from Finland. I shouldn't be biased here for once. 152 points in 177 games, 2 gold medals, 2 silver medals, and 3 bronze medals. The gold and silver really came from the... Well, no, it's again well spread over the years. A bit of a shorter career for Lina than the others we've seen so far by a few seasons. Got 3 first place votes. Was top forward in season 39 when they won the silver medal, and so first Finnish player for tonight, Mikko Lina. I think that is the highest point per game, 152 points in 177 games. I didn't make the math on all of them, but that seems like the shortest difference between points and games played. So yeah, Mikko Lina retired while I was making my first player and going inactive fast on that first player, so I have absolutely no idea if what user this was. We're gonna have to dig in the history books if you're interested in seeing that. And that is our only nominee of the season 74 class. So we will go into the season 75 class. Let's dive into it. We're getting closer to the end. Bit of an adjustment here. Blix was not available, so the voting has been readjusted for that, given the lack of members to vote. We see a lot of names that left the list. Not many people who got votes in their last season of eligibility. Only Jobin did. And we have 2 players, 1 forward and 1 goalie, with 34 points, just on the brink of making it. Burlock, Sulfur Gold, and Katavildi. So it's not their last season. Maybe they are going to make a comeback, but very unfortunate to be out by only 1 point. So good luck for them in the future. We have inducted Harry Carpet, another Finland player, goaltender for Finland, and also Carpi is the GM of Finland, has been for a while. And was splitting goalie duties with Maddie for that very good run for Finland in the season 60s. Haven't had as much success since then, but over those few seasons there, 1 top goalie in season 60 without actually winning any medal, and then it's bronze in 61, gold in 62, gold in 64, gold in 66. Always found it funny how Finland got golds every other year, but in between didn't even get silver or bronze. So it was really one big year. One year we just took it off. And then bronze in 64 and silver in 68 for 6 medals, half of them gold for Harry Carpet. Save percentage and goal against average are not that great, and as well as the overall record, because Carpi was goaltending for a very long time, and at a time that was not as good for Finland. Those later medals came when Matty was the first goalie, so not as many opportunities to bring the save percentage up, but still, despite all that, save percentage over 900. So congratulations to Harry Carpet. Next we have Tortok for Norway, who was in some of the previous lists, or I think all of them, on the right side there for defense and goalie. So the defenseman for Norway finally making it into the IIHF Hall of Fame. 123 points in 226 games, 533 hits, 354 shot blocks, only one gold medal, so making it on the merit of their points and stats while playing for Norway over the season 40s and 50s, which was not a very dominating team at that point. So being a very important player for them, with maybe little support compared to other players. So yeah, congratulations to Tortok. Next up we have Jimmy Slothface, center for the United States, with that's the most medals we are gonna see, I believe. I lied earlier. That's probably the most medals we're gonna see. Wait, that's not the US. That's the United Kingdom. Sorry. So United Kingdom, Jimmy Slothface, and a team that really dominated, as we can see, through the 40s and 50s, and even a bit at the beginning of the 60s. So that's 4 gold medals, 7 silvers, and 1 bronze. 46, 47, 49, and starting in 46. So really came into a very strong team and helped it win all of this hardware with 169 points in 216 games. So that's Jimmy Slothface in the Hall of Fame. Carl Strabe, I'm not sure what sound this should make. Scholz, another defenseman from Norway, getting in the Hall of Fame with 117 points in 240 games. Lots of shots blocked, defensive presence. Was very good also in fantasy for these shot blocks while playing in the SHL. And that's 2 bronze medals later in their career, retiring with a bronze medal in season 65, or at least being pushed out of the roster, but I believe that was a retirement for Scholz. And next up we have Michael Skarn from Czechia, center, finally making it off the list of received votes, but did not get inducted, with 176 points in 228 games, 2 silver medals, 2 bronze medals. Michael Skarn winning bronze in 49, and silver in 53, and then following immediately with bronze in 54, and another silver in 59, then a few more seasons before heading into the sunset for retirement. And our last class will be the class of season 76. So let's see what we have here. Committee went back, Blix came back, so committee was back to their 6 members. I'm sure if you're interested in applying, just reach out to Artie, because it's supposed to be a 10-person committee. So if you're interested, reach out to Artie and submit your application. We have a lot of players here who received votes for their last season of eligibility. Elijah Jones, Ekoven Otter, Goku Muerto, Finriz, Nat Emerson, lots of players who had great SHL careers, Brendan Kennedy Jr. as well. But so far, well, for those in pink, they unfortunately will not make it to the IIHF Hall of Fame. And there we have the little list. John 41, Jax Etocalio, a lot of Etocalios, which is a name we've seen a lot in all sorts of. You have Alexis Metzler, who has a trophy named after them, and will not make it into the IIHF. So sometimes playing great in the IIHF is not going to give you. In the SHL doesn't necessarily give you great stuff in the IIHF, and we are going to see the infamous Mike Izzy leave without ever being inducted. So that is, I believe, a good thing. That we will not see this name again. Who was inducted in season 76, you ask? Well, first we have Slap Mekshadi, center for Switzerland, playing from season 47 to 65, and registering 172 points in 228 games. 1 gold medal in 75, and so finishing on a high note after 2 silver medals in 51 and 63. Next, we will have Theo Morgan from Canada, 147 points in 192 games for the center who played from season 50 to 65. And is he gonna make me a liar again? I think that's more medal than not Mekshadi, but Slothface. Hold on, I need to go back and check. 4, 7, 8, 12. So that's 12, and Theo has 10. No, so I did not lie. But still very impressive. 4 gold medals, all in the 50s, 3 back-to-backs, so a three-peat here, and almost 5 seasons in a row. But in 55, someone in the semifinals managed to get the one win against them that pushed them to the bronze game. Otherwise, Canada very dominating for those 50s, and then at the beginning of the season 60s, they still managed to get 4 other medals, 2 silver and 2 bronze, and Theo also got top forward there for that last gold medal for Canada in that time span. And after all these seasons with back-to-back medals, actually skipping 60 and 59 and 60, also did not get one in his last season. So, but I mean, you can't really be mad at this point, because that's a very great pedigree here. Lots of medals for Theo Morgan. Next, Brady McIntyre, defenseman for Czechia. Two times top defenseman and 9 seasons apart, so that's very impressive. Lots of points, 134 and 218 games, so for a defenseman that is very impressive. And those same medals as we've seen before for Czechia over that end of the 40s and then the 50s. So that's another one with 2 and 2, but the 2 top defensemen here is very impressive. I think it's the first one we see tonight, and we've inducted a bunch of people tonight, but it's the first one we see with 2 times the top defenseman or forward or goalie. So congratulations to Brady McIntyre. I was hoping I wouldn't have to say that whole name. Piotr Cherkasky. I'm pretty sure of Cherkasky because there was a NHL player with that name. Is it Marcus Cherkasky? Something like that. Anyways, not relevant. Exact same awards, obviously. Played in very similar seasons, just lasted 2 more seasons than McIntyre. As I'm flashing between the 2 slides. So 2 silver medals and 2 bronze medals for Cherkasky here. Next we have Strom Chamberlain from Team USA. Shorter career here, only played for 16 seasons. And that's a very impressive record. 77 wins, 35 losses, and 6 OT losses. Great stats all around. Another one who got 2 times the top award, 2 times top goalie, and 2 gold medal, not in the same seasons. So we have a lot of top goalies or top forwards that didn't win the goal on the same seasons, which I'm not saying is a bad thing, but very interesting to see. So the 2 gold medals for Chamberlain and then 1 bronze also in 52. Next we have Nick Brain for Great Britain, right wing or center. Gonna have the same amount of awards here as Slothface got, playing on those same teams. And damn it, now my stream is having a hard time. Let me try to fix that real quick. If I do that, is that gonna help? All right, is it better? All right, so try to show the last one here. All right, I think we managed to see the last one is Katavildi. So it's showing up now. Lots of, and 3 time we're finishing up with the three time top goalie in 49, 52, and 53. So coming to later in their eligibility period, we finally get Kata Wilde from Sweden with 1 gold medal, 1 silver, and 2 bronze. Decent stats overall. Maybe had a harder time in some seasons. And we will finish on that because I'm having stream issues. This is the last player inducted. We finish up with the only one that got 3 times the positional award. So congratulations to all inductees, and I will see you next time.